May He enable us to share the benefit of learning. May we be equally strong to grasp the meaning of the learning. May the learning be equally fruitful to us. May we never be jealous of each other. Peace, peace, peace. পড়ে যাবে এখানে ঢটঢট করছে Anyhow, we are in the chapter, first book, chapter 2. And we are reading when Nachiketa's guru, Yama, is saying that you are so great that you have renounced everything you know, but I am being caught into the trap of the world and worldly thing, that I cannot give up my attachment to kingship, so I am entangled. But you are such a great soul that you have the power to reject everything, and you are so. The last verse was that verse number 12 on page 67, we read that. What it says, that, oh, this truth what I am talking to you about, that now to achieve, that is tung durdarsham. It is very difficult to have a direct experience of this. It is gurham. It is deeply, profoundly embedded into the truth. Anupravishtam. It is deeply embedded, or it is gone to the very foundation of everything. And guha hitam, it is, you can find it in your hridaya guha, the cave of your heart. That's why even in the evening prayer we said, Namo Namo Prabhu Bhakamanatito Manu Bachanaikadhar. Then with the guha, Jyotira Jyoti Ujala Hridhi Kandara. Jyotira Jyoti Ujala Hridhi Kandara. Tumi Tamo Manjanohar. You are Jyotira Jyoti, and you are residing in the deepest corner of the cave of the heart. So Upanishad ascribes that is the best place to meditate on the divine. So that Guha Hito, who is inside the Guha, Hridaya Guha, the cave of the heart, Gabharishtan Puranam, that's the ancient, eternal, that eternal truth which hidden in the intellect, beyond the reach of the sense organs, and it is timeless. That's why it's called Puranam. Puranam is old, oldest, and there is nothing older than that of that Atman or self. So it says, but how can you reach this? Adhyatma udhi yogena udhi gamena devam. By Adhyatma yoga adhigama, by practicing Adhyatma yoga, the yoga in which you think that you are the self. I am that. You meditate in your heart and think that I, not the body, not the mind, I am that inmost consciousness and bliss. Meditating in this way, Adhyatma yoga adhigamena, matva, by meditating such, dhiraha, the intelligent people, who are very wise people, who are very calm and serene, they have understood where we can find the truth. That type of people, dhira harsha shoko jahati, they overcome harsha and shoko, in which we are all, every day, we are bound into that duality of harsha, means excitement, and shoka. Shoka means it is bereavement or pain and misery and all this duality of.
Sorry, Swami, I can't do that.
What is this they say? Sorry, thank you. What did I say? Maybe something I pressed. But see how they talk like human being, no? So this point is very important that truth which can lead us establish ourselves in that eternal bliss and joy is not easy to attain, but it can be. Wise people did it before, and we also can do that by meditating in the cave of the heart, that in the deepest recess of the smallest of the small, the greatest of the great, that philosophy, that truth, which is the finer than the finest, smaller than the smallest, as small you can think about. But at the same time, it is not small, it's vaster than the vastest. This duality of this is playing there, and that reality is embedded in the heart. And one, Adhyatma Yoga Adhigamena, if one thinks that this is me, that is my real nature, I am that, not this. By this type of Adhyatma Yoga, union with your own Atman, Adhyatman, then Adhigamena Devam, they attain the state where this duality of suffering and pain, excitement, and your what you call pleasure and pain and duality stops. Go beyond the pleasure and pain. Now, on the next verse 13. Etat shutva samparigrihyamartyah etat shutva samparigrihyamartah pravrijya dharmam pravrijya dharmam anumetamapya samodate modaniyang hi labdha bibritang sadma nachiketa sangmanne. Etat sutva, etat means this Atman, sutva means having listened, listening about this Atman, this glory of the Atman, that self-effulgent, that worthless, deathless, beyond all sorrows and suffering and pain and miseries, and decay and disease. Sutva, first, but to hear. There's a truth. We do not know. Nobody has informed us from our childhood that there is a truth in my cave of my heart or in me, that eternal consciousness, which is beyond all types of dualities and on all types of frustrations and miseries. There is an eternal substance inside me. And that etat sutva, first you have to listen, not hear. Hear means here and here. It comes in one ear, it goes into the other ear. That is called hearing. Listening means hear with attention. The translation will be better translation if you say Sutva means listening with attention. What the scripture is talking about the Atman, which is finer than the finest, smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, be closer than the closest, farthest than the farther than the farthest. This conception of the Atman, which you can find, where you can find? You can find it outside, yes, but first see it here. That's why, etat sutva, listening to this, having heard this, samparigrihya, and you have to grasp it. Sammak parigrihya. You have to accept it, understand it in a deeper depth. Only hearing will not do, listening will not do. Just cogitate. Yes, what is the consciousness which is driving me? With the eyes, Kathopanishad says, Kene shitang preshitang patati manaha, Kena prana pratama praiti yuktaha. The very first question, by whom? Who is behind? Is your eyes. It gives you the vision to see. Who is behind your ear? Brain cell. No, go beyond. What is that? That's consciousness study. That ancient scholars, spiritual people were well versed in the study of the consciousness. So they, Samparigrijya means here you have to think very seriously and grasp the meaning. What does it mean? So grasp the meaning very well. Then what happens? Martya, pravijya. Martya means in the mortal. As mortal being we are. Pravijya, abstracting or discriminating. You can then separate out what is the eternal, what is non-eternal. That is the point, Vedanta first discards, but then afterwards, reaching that, they include everything. Shankaracharya says, no, that what is the essential philosophy of Vedanta? That Brahma Satyam, Brahman alone is truth. There is nothing but Brahman. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mitha. Then what about this? This is all Mitha. Mitha means? But in which sense it will be false? Come up, say.
Illusionary.
Illusionary. Illusion, but I see it. Why illusion?
It's like a mirage.
No, but I am seeing, I am feeling that while it is changing, that aspect is the best aspect. This is unreal, illusory, it appears for the moment. But the moment I saw, and next moment it changes. Some changes are visible instantly, some changes are not visible by my this mind through which I see the world. If you keep a fruit, you cut it, and tomorrow morning you keep, that you feel that it is getting rotten. No? You can see the change, how it is changing. But suddenly, you don't change yourself. You stand before the mirror every day, you see that you are the same person as you were. But every beat of second, you are changing. This table appears to be for a long time here. How many sadhus have used this table for lecture? It is the same. No, it is not the same. It has become old. It is losing its integrity. So there is nothing, though it appears to be stable, it's not stable. That is called the analysis. So that you have to then pravrijya. Pravrijya means you analyze it. Analyze that it is impermanent. So Shankara says, this is Brahma Satyam Jagad Mitha. And then Jiva, see, first negate Brahma Satyam Jagad Mitha. That means Brahman alone is true, as if two things are there. One is Brahman, another is Jagat. Apparently it seems Brahman alone is true and Jagat is Mitha. And the second part is coming. Jiva Brahma eva napara. Jiva, we all individual beings, right from microscopic amoeba to multicellular human body to big anything in the moving universe, whatever you find, these are all Brahman. Jiva, Brahma, Eva. See how it is then coming back into the holistic concept. First, in the ignorant mind, this is God, this is non-God. And as you move more into the integrity of this understanding and in the depth of your meditation and analysis properly, then you find there is nothing but God, nothing but Brahman. Jiva, Brahma, Eva. Then you, me, a crawling worm, bacteria, nothing but Brahman. Jiva, Brahma, Eva, Apara. It is nothing. That means what is negated, ultimately in the ignorant mind, because we live in duality. And there we say, this is perfect, this is imperfect, this is changing, this is unchanging. But a stage comes when it is beyond all this. And that is the state, it is all one and one only. And that can be experienced. Etat samparigrichya martya dharmam, this pravrichya dharmam, onum, this is the onumetam, monum etat apyo. Onu means the subtle, fine, very minute. You cannot think. Subatomic particle. Go to Higgs boson particle. That is onu. That means it is so small, you cannot understand how fine, how small you can think about. But it is not small in that sense. It is that infinite, it is that absolute. So onum etam, this Atman, it is so subtle as if it is finer than the finest and smaller than the smallest. It's a beautiful meditation. You think of that. How you can go into the in an object to go to the subatomic particle, down to the Higgs boson particle. And now they are thinking, what is behind that? No? And in that small, tiny subatomic particle, in that they are finding this tremendous infinite energy in the physical world. And the sages in their mystic experience have exploded this truth. Swami Vivekananda, while in his wandering days, he was moving from one place to another. And that time, he was sitting under a tree in Almora. And there he solved this mystery. He was deeply embedded in his meditation. And he came out, said that I have solved a great mystery. A great mystery was revealed unto me. That which is in the transcendental aspect, that infinite. Good, look at the vast stars and galaxies and how much science has known, how much science has understood of it, even with our modern gadgets. It's so big you cannot imagine. The space you cannot think of. Billions and trillions of stars and galaxies. My God. What we can think about. That is so big. That's it. That level. And you go to the immanent aspect. Go down and down and deep, small and small and small and small. Now you go there, that vast universe of energy and presence. So Vedanta says these two merge. The subjective and the objective universe merge into one consciousness. That was Swami Vivekananda's unique statement. A great mystery has been revealed unto me today. That which is here and that which is there. So that is the truth here, talking about the Upanishad. So how much they studied this scientific truth thousands and thousands of years ago. And they have established that, and they have been just totally tuned to that consciousness and lost their identity in the vastness. And so this is, it is etam, this apyo, this dharmam, the virtuous people, this onum apyo, etat, this minutest of the minute, that truth when they get it, apyo, sa modate, then he rejoices. That is his joy. When one reaches that flight of infinite blissful state, unchanging reality, the modate modaniyagam he labdva. That is the only object of fun and experience. No? All this relative joy what we get in this world is only a glimpse of that ultimate. It is like sprinkling of that joy. Somebody gave me one beautiful example. You know, when you do the worship, you take the sandal paste, and sandal paste has a good fragrance. You sprinkle like that, one dot of sandal paste goes in every piece of flower, and it makes that, gives a good fragrance of the sandal paste. God has created this whole universe and sprinkled like that a little bit of joy everywhere. But it's not a tiny joy. But when you go, break all this barrier and unite together, that is the vast and unlimited joy. And this person, with this process of analysis and finding the truth within by meditation and practice, modatehi madaniyagum labdva, he rejoices. He is exceedingly in his own blissful state, achieving that absolute infinite joy. Ramakrishna divided this in Ananda. He said everything Anandatheva kholu imani bhutani jayante. Upanishad says everything in this world has come out of Ananda, bliss. Look at that. Anything you look at this universe, everything has come out of that blissful state. Ramakrishna said, yes, that same Ananda. Yeah, he has divided into three categories. One is called Vishayananda, that Ananda which we get through the sensory objects. Have good food, a tongue, then we get little Ananda, no? My eyes has an object, beauty, some beauty. I am very happy to see that beauty. People are running all over the globe for seeing the beauty. Why people spend money to go to Niagara to see beauty, to go to any place. So the Himalayas, what for? Darjeeling, people go in India. Take so much trouble to only see the sunrise. How beautiful is that? Huh? So this is the beauty. But eyes want to see that beauty. But it is only little speck of that joy which transcends can be experienced in the heart. So Sri Ramakrishna said it's Vishaya Ananda, same Ananda, coming through the limited objects of the senses gives us a touch of this one sprinkle of joy. And then so much suffering. No? But then you get another grade that is called Bhajanananda. Vishayananda is instant. You eat, then it is good. Come down here, up to this part. Beyond the tongue, bas, it is memory. Good food is a memory. Where is that food? Gone. And for preparation, how much time you spend? And you eat, how many seconds? And it goes, it's a memory. And it has this reaction also. Tomorrow if I don't get that type of food, I am not happy. I am eating, but I am not happy. This is called the falsity of the ananda which we receive through the senses. Senses, corresponding sense objects. You get a beautiful fragrance, no? Perfume. Perfume cost, high cost. You can have $100, $500 small bottle of perfume. But how long? Give it, and so long the nose can get it. Then you sleep. It is there, but you don't feel anything. That's why it is momentary. That is called the Vishaya Ananda. Now you go to Bhajana Ananda. You don't have any sense objects. But think that Sri Ramakrishna is dancing and all the devotees are around. They are also singing and dancing in the name of the Lord. And that is, they are feeling some type of elated position of their heart. And in that position, you feel your heart is full of joy. And you can remember that for several days afterwards. Even you have one dream, good dream. Of course, it is a sensory experience. All experiences are sensory. But here is a finer grade, Bhajana Ananda. You do meditation and you pray and you do, someday your little tear comes to this side, not this side. You know, this side and this side is different. We cry. We cry both ways. No, we cry mostly this way. Do you observe your cries? They say when we cry for any material object, then the tears come towards the nose side. We cry this way. If it is spiritual joy, spiritual cry, pure cry, it comes this way. This way. So if you have that one day, you can remember after 5 months That one drop of tear for God, that's called bhajana ananda. You have prayed to God, you have meditated on God, you have intensely absorbed in that, and out of that you feel. One day you feel some horripilation in your body. Remember, even 5 years afterwards, you can remember. Oh, many people come with such experience. Oh, in my life, I did nothing, but I got an experience. Why do you remember after 5 years, 10 years? And how many things you are getting to the sensory objects? That's called Vishayananda, is the lowest Ananda, but Ananda is the same. Because it is coming to the senses and the sensory objects, different layers of your mind and emotions and all this filtration, it is going to different, one level to the other level. It is all getting darker and darker. We all get a little touch of that joy to the sensory objects, when the sensory object and the senses touch each other. And now, not that way sensory object, but it is a subtle sensory object. Your pure mental eye, you are meditating and you are meditating and you are getting absorbed. One day's a little touch of that meditation is called bhajana ananda. Dancing and singing in the name of God, bhajana ananda. Feeling horripilation all over the body. Whatever this, if it happens, you remember that after 10 days, 20 days, 1 month. That's why it is called bhajanananda, is higher than. And last is brahmananda. What is brahmananda? When there is no barrier between you and the realization. Here is my mind, here is my pure mind or impure mind. Their pure mind is impure mind almost destroyed. It is only a name. There is mindless. And that is the highest. That is called the Brahmananda. So Sri Ramakrishna divided in this. That is, whole world is permeated with Ananda. Only we feel little spark or splitting, or you call the little sprinkling of that joy everywhere. And we are so satisfied with this little joy that we don't search for higher joy. But these are the people who meditate, try to feel that in the innermost recess. And Vibrinitang Sadma, and so modati, those people, they enjoy, they sing and dance in the name of that law, that joy, what they achieve through this. And O Nachiketa, I think, Vibritang Sadma, it has opened up, this door of infinite joy has opened up for you because you have renounced everything. You have to renounce means give up. Give up from where? Not physical, more the mental. Physically, someone can give up, apparently, but that is not giving up. When the mind rejects that and accepts the higher truth, then it is real giving up. So, this verse says that having heard and well grasped this, means the self, the mortal, abstracting the virtuous Atman and attaining this, abstracting the virtuous Atman and attaining this subtle self, this incognizable spirit, rejoices because he has obtained that which is the cause for all rejoicing. I think that the abode of Brahman is wide open for you, O Nachiketa. The other translation of Chinmayananda, this is the Swami Chinmayananda translation. Let me see what the same Swami Lokeshwarananda translation on page 69. A person has to hear about the self from a competent teacher, but hearing is not enough. He has to attain that self, capital. He must also establish himself firmly in that self, though the self is very subtle. That self, as dharma, is the support of the universe. A person has to remain true to that dharma. When he knows that he is the self, capital, he feels that he has nothing further to achieve. He is fully content. He is happy and full of bliss. And the source of bliss is his own self. And his guru says, I feel that Nachiketa, you are now fit to merge with that Brahman. Any question on this? Yes. No.
What is the words I am that, I am infinity, I am, but the power of the words I am in themselves have some relevance in meditation.
That is the Upanishadic statement. That's called the four great dictums. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that. In the different Upanishad, four Upanishads, we find the four great dictum. Because we talk ordinary talk. And this is called great dictum, great talk. What is that? I am that. Aham Brahma Asmi. Then another dictum says, Tat Tam Oshi. Thou art that.
I understand that, but it's so hum. I did the words I am. I was in the store tonight, I was in the bookstore. I put the book down and I started walking across the room. I closed my eyes and I said, just to clear my mind, I said, I am clear. And I opened my eyes and in front of me there was a sign in yellow letters on a red thing that said clear. And there was some power here somewhere. But it's just, you keep hearing
It is all within, no? When we really are clear in our mind, these things will happen. Yes.
Maharaj, when you grow up from the childhood to the old age, we are taught about our body, about our mind, and to the best, we can go up to intellect. That you sharpen your intellect, you will get these. Nothing goes beyond that to the consciousness.
Yeah, that's true. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, if I had a baby, I will, from the cradle, I will teach him, thou art that, thou art that. But that's also one beautiful way what Swamiji said. But another point, we should go up to that level. Then further inquiry will come, sincere inquiry. Even I am told, my mind will not grasp. See, we are talking about this highest truth. How many people are here to listen to that? Or to give time? This must only dedication of few minutes time. Cannot. Because we are busy with other responsibilities. So, if everyone is not fit to have this ideal at the very beginning, even if they hear, it runs over the head. But Swamiji was very broad. He said it will have its impact in certain period of time. But yes, no one taught us. From our childhood, we have said, yes, you are the body, you are a man, you are a girl, you have to dress this way, you are a boy, you have to dress this way, you have to behave this way. All these have been taught to put our gender identity, to put our body identity, and as you said, little further muscle identity, to exercise, muscle, strong muscle, go acrobat and this and that. That may be another step. Another step is that no, you should develop your uh, emotional skill by writing poems and this and that. You be develop your intellect, and be a professor, learn the scholarly understanding, this, that, have a name, have a fame, and do something. Yes, that is necessary. You have to go one by one by one by one. Then you know, I got this much, but this is nothing. Then you question higher up. But it is good always to hear. And in our early childhood, if we have heard, that would have matured in particular time when we get some knocks and blows of the world, then that will open up that truth. Oh, I heard that way. No. And I listened that. Now that inquiry, inquisitiveness to know that reality will come. That is human growth. India is the land of the Upanishads, no? India is the land of the Upanishads. India is the land of the holy people. Every village you can find one holy person, even householder person. They are not monks. But how many people uh, can understand that, give time for that, and develop that spirituality? Even in India, that's why Gita says, Manushyanang Sahasresu, even thousands and thousands of people, someone get this inclination. It is a great blessings of the Lord that to have this type of mindset. It says that this translation, explanation, Swami Lokesharananda Swami says, a human being is subject to birth and death because he does not know who he is. He thinks he is the body and he uses the body to satisfy his many desires. And because of these desires, he has to be born again and again. But some people are very thoughtful. They are able to discriminate between the pleasant and the good. We have read it, Sreya and Prayer, which is immediately, it gives you instant pleasure and which is ultimate good. And, and they prefer between analyzing this, that this is my choice. I go for the best. I go for the good, ultimate good. Then they hear about the self, next stage. Then they go to search for that. And then that the self is one and that their real identity is the self. You go to teacher. Look at Swami Vivekananda's life. It gives a clear depiction what we are reading here. He, having born, before his life, all these worldly achievements was very prominently brought before his life. Buddha's life, everything is brought. And then he come to a point to discriminate. What about this? If I have all this, am I happy? Will it make me a person who is satisfied? Or still I'll be lacking something? I told you that about one Swami of ours. That Swami is one of the Vice President Maharaj of our present Belur Math. He said that when I was, he said in here, in this, from this chair here. He said that when I was, someone asked, how do you become a monk or something? He said that, when I was, before joining, so one day I was sitting, that's also Mumbai beach. He was sitting on a rock and he's seeing the sunset and he disturbed very much. What is this? Yeah, he was doing a good job, earning good money. Then he said, what? What is my goal? So suppose I'm getting good job and I'm happy with it. Suppose I get something more promotion. Okay, I may be the CEO of my company. Okay, say go further. I become the president of the country. I become the prime minister of the country. Or in any field, I become like that. Will it make me satisfied and totally fulfilled? He instantly, his heart told no. Even if I get all these things, still something will be lacking. And that day he took the decision. Then what will be the way? Best way to utilize. Let me go for searching this truth alone, day and night. And that he became, now we see what one thought, this discrimination he's talking about. And that with this analysis, he did not accept what is called prayer, means instantly gratifying, instantly fulfilling, instantly giving you some sort of satisfaction. No. Then he preferred to choose what will be the absolute achievement, which will be perfectly satisfying his soul. So these two things appear, and that discrimination is, and Nachiketa has been said that you have actually, you have been successful in going through these stages. So then this, first listen about this, and the listening also we get interested into it because of some good karma of the past. And when this Actually, here, really we want to find any solution of it, we run for such places, to the holy people, to the holy places, to listen about that, analyze, understand more deeply, and then they live with the competent teachers. This spiritual tradition is such, you have to live with a life. That's the best thing that you can incorporate in the life. Therefore, it is not for the person who have no faith and trust in the teacher or to the person whom he is trying to learn. It is not a physics, chemistry, math. It is a spirituality, is a life which is very deep and profound. So they live with that competent type of teacher, people who have themselves have realized the truth. Under the guidance of these teachers, they go through the long period of self-discipline. Finally, they reject all the transitory and then concentrate only on the biggest, the self, which alone is the real and eternal. They realize that they are the self. So, you have no question? Let us go to the next verse. Another verse, 14th. Anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra dharmat, anyatra asmat, anyatra asmat, krita kritat, krita kritat, anyatra bhutacha, anyatra bhutacha, bhavyacha jat, bhavyacha jat, tat tat pasyasi tadvada, tat pasyasi tadvada. Now the student is Nachiketa. He said that, sir, you said all this truth, that's good, but now I want to know deeper. I want to know in depth this truth. That Atman that I want to hear about, that which is Annatra Dharma, which is beyond the dharma, beyond the religious rites and rituals. People go to temple, offer oblation, chant mantras, give $5 donation, and pray, oh mother, give me this, give me that. This is called the ritualistic life. I'm not talking about that type of religion. I'm not asking that you give me that way. Go to the Mary's prayer. We go to the church, burn the lamp and the candle, and pray for our own. Oh, Mother Mary, please do this, do that, do that, do that. Because I'm giving you one candle, so you give me this, 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 this. This is also dharma. So he says, not to dharma. Not this type of dharma. I am not asking you, my guru, teacher, Jama. Nachiketa, see the boldness and earnest question. That annatra dharma, I want to know that which does not fall in the category of this ritualistic offering and begging and asking for this material gain. Annatra, not this, something else. That truth I want. Annatra dharma. And then, then adharma? I'll follow the path of adharma, unrighteousness. But no. Annatra adharma. Of course, I want that absolute realization. I don't care for unrighteous life and its living. Beyond that, tell me that truth which is beyond this righteous living and unrighteous living, beyond these rituals and forms and worship, beyond that which is unrighteous, mean and unkind life of living. Annatra dharmat, annatra dharmat, annatra kritat, annatra akritat. Krita means it is not beyond this krita. What is that you have done? You do something, you get something. I don't want that. You do something, you go to heaven. I have asked you before. What actually Nachiketa is saying, I have asked you about that. That lead me to that level, how can I go to heaven? But that was not my intention. I wanted to know only. Annatra kritat. Krito means whatever action you do, you receive some result. Cause and effect, no? So what is the highest thing? You can go to heaven. That is the highest in most of the religion. Goal is what? Go to heaven. Say Christianity, Islam. What will be the ultimate goal? Go to heaven. Live with God. Dualism, Hinduism. Go to heaven after death. Live in with Krishna Loka, Narayana Loka, or Devi Loka. Okay, that means I do this good karma, I get a passport or a visa, and then I enter into that kingdom, and my visa is stamped, I am a legitimate citizen there. So that karma I did, krita, lead to me that level. No, I don't want that. Onnatra, I want something beyond. The krita, akrita. Akrita means if you don't do anything, or is the effect of visible cause and effects. Where you can do something in this life, you get a great result, name, fame, power, position, or you do something. I don't want that. Or akrita, say just akrita may be Brahman, but it is not Brahman meaning here. Akrita means which is not doing anything, idle, sitting and not doing anything. That type of life I don't talk about. I don't want to learn about the benefit of that type of life. At the same time, I don't care for doing some action to go to some higher and higher planes of life. No, I don't want that. Annatra kritat, annatra kritat, annaccha bhutacha, bhutacha bhavyascha, beyond bhuta, bhavishyat, present, future. That means beyond time. Bhuta already created, and bhavya, which will be created afterwards. I don't want to know about what has already created, why, what, this, and I don't want to know what will be coming after next. These people engage their whole life searching for this thing. I am not a student of that category. I don't want to know about that. Tell what do you want to know? Straight cut. Jat tat pashyasi tad bada. I want you to tell me what you see, what you experience. Sri Ramakrishna, Vivekananda challenging. What you see, tell me that. What you feel. I don't want that you do good karma, go to this plane, don't do this, you go to hell, or you do bad karma, good karma, desirable karma, undesirable. I don't care for all these things. I want to see you are a knower of truth. You are a Brahma Jnani, far excellent. You are a Yama Devata. So tell me that which is beyond all this duality and what you are realizing. Talk about that. I don't want intellectual talk anymore. I want to know that what is your perception, what you are seeing. Just very straight language. Upanishad is very straight cut. And now in the gospel you will find such straight cut response. Jat pashyasi, what you see. I see the world full of duality. I see the world good and bad. I see the world I love and hate. I see the world of change. What you see, tell me. Jat pashyasi, tat bada. Then express and let me understand. What do you see? What do you feel? This is called, that's why Swami Vivekananda said, religion is realization. What you realize, tell me. I don't want to hear a roundabout way about spiritual life. So, see, Swamiji challenged Ramakrishna. Have you seen God? And then he said, yes, I have seen God. See, yes is the response. And question is, have you? Yes, I have done. And then, can you show me? Yes, I can show you. That is the direct response. Ishwar ke dekha jai. God can be experienced. It's a myth. It is not a myth. Such a kotha koy re. Naren is saying, oh, those are your hallucination of your brain. Mentally deranged people sometimes see something, and you can go to the Hollywood Boulevard and walk. Sometimes you'll find that people are talking to themselves in their own realm, in their own world. So you probably be like one of them. So you also have your own mental conjecture and you're saying that I see God, this, that. I say, no. How can you say that? The mother talks to me. See? What will you say? That she talks to me. She guides me. Raja Maharaj was asked that you are asking about the almanac every time and you fix a date when to go, this auspicious work, etc. and you don't follow that. Why do you make this ritual every time? Then what was the response of Raja Maharaj? Do you think that I do anything by my own will? I work according to the dictate of my master, Sri Ramakrishna. Then he said, you give initiation to me and other people, that is also you got Ramakrishna's instruction. But yes, I do not do anything without his dictate. See, I saw, I hear, I listen, and I follow that. So this is a tangible God and tangible experience. And Nachiketa is so bright, that young boy, he is not satisfied with intellectual understanding, not satisfied with the achievements what human life in this world can give, not the achievements what the afterlife, heaven can give. He is not satisfied anywhere. He says, Jat Pashyasi, Jat Tat Pashyasi, Tat Bada. What you are experiencing, what you are feeling, tell me that truth. So, it says, the translation for Lokeshwarananda Swami is this. Nachiketa said, it is not necessary to praise me, because you are saying you are so great, you have given up all this, you are a true renouncer, all this praise he is talking. So he does not, self-praise is a very bad thing, no? In any culture, particularly in Indian tradition, it is not good that someone praises you before you. If someone praises, then you feel humiliated. Why are you doing this? Because praise be to God, not praise to me. But we like, if one says, hey, Swami, you are so good, and I feel it, wow. That's why we are. That's why they are there. It is not that praise is not good. Jaso pratishtha shukari vishtha mekhele saragai. Srijiv Goswami was scolded by his guru, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, when he defeated this very powerful Pandit who came to defeat his guru. And then when actually he came back after defeating the same guru, Jiva Goswami defeated that guru, that Pandit, and came back. And what is the statement? That you have smeared your body with all dirty thing of name and fame and power and position. This Vrindavan is not for you. Go to the palace and be a scholar in the palace, Pandit. You be a Pandit in this palace. That means you get your recognition, money, wealth, people will praise you. This is Vrindavan. Egolessness is our position here. That is not the place here. So you see, so when Nachiketa was being praised so many ways, now is to stop that, intelligent boy says, sir, please don't praise me anymore. Just tell me what you are seeing. What do you understand? Beyond this duality, beyond this knowing and non-knowing, what is dharma, righteous living or non-righteous, which is what activity you did and as attain the results, and if you don't do, what you go. All these heaven and hell, I don't want to hear anymore. Tell me what you experience, what you are seeing through your eyes, through your senses. Tell me. So, if you are really pleased with me, Nachiketa says, and if you think I am fit to learn this, then please explain whatever you can about that which is beyond what the scriptures tell us to do and not to do, that which is neither a cause nor an effect, and that which is beyond the past, the present, and the future. Beyond three types. Nachiketa's question is about the self. There is no way of defining this capital self. It is both immanent and transcendent. It manifests itself in this world, but the world does not exhaust it. It is called the Satchidananda manifests to everything. But Satchidananda is not finished with this creation. Look at the vast sky. How much space? Space is so bigger than the stars and galaxies even. No? Billions and trillions of stars. We are talking interspace, consider. One star and another star. And the space. And Brahman is much beyond. What to understand about that? That's why he says that it is both immanent and it manifests itself in this world, but that does not exhaust it. It is beyond the world and is unconditioned. No rules prescriptive or prohibitive can bind it. It is neither a cause nor an effect, and it is also beyond time and space. So, time, 3 pages of time, it is beyond that. That means tell me about the transcendental truth. And that transcendental truth is not transcendental only, it is immanent also. What I am seeing, it is the same reality. Like the infinite ocean with its waves. Knowing it is ocean. We don't see the ocean. We see only the waves. We see you as human being, name and form. But I don't see, Vedanta says, Satchidananda plus name and form. Actually, every wave is made of H2O, no? H2 is 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, no? 3. Vedanta is Sat, Chit, Ananda, 3. Every wave is made of Satchidananda plus the form and the name. You call it bubble, you give a name, it is called ripple. You give a name, it's called wave. You call it a tsunami. You call it whatever name you give. You are giving names. So Vedanta teaches it is all Satchidananda, H2O. Everything is constituted, but added with name and abolish the name and form. It is nothing but ocean. So you are seeing the ocean when you are watching the wave. I am seeing you as wave, as a person, but I am seeing the Satchidananda Brahman. I do not know that. The scripture, Nachiketa is saying, show me, tell me what you see. He, Nachiketa's guru, sees that it is all Satchidananda. Okay, so we end here. But if you have any question, this is a beautiful verse, we read once a week. Some people can chant and memorize these beautiful verses. We used to do that, but I also don't do it anymore. Forgot all this. It is a question of everyday repetition and chanting. Beautiful. In the Upanishad, our training center brothers do this. Annatra dharma, tannatra dharma, tannatra kritat, annatra kritat. Okay, so let us end with our chant. Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Saha Viryam Karvavahai, Tejasvi Navadhitamastu, Ma Vidvisha Vahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. How many books you want? Anyone needs any book?
I need one.
You don't have any?
I have some book, and I think he changed it, so I never got. I went to the bookstore. He didn't know which one I was supposed to get. So
Oh, you need one. You need one. Who else? Anyone? Okay. So 2 books. We can think about that next time. Okay.
Which email ID you use for voice of Vedanta? Which email ID you use for voice of Vedanta?